Hi everyone, welcome to the latest edition of the Coach's Corner. I am your host, Wes McKinney, here today with head men's basketball coach Kent McBride, who is on set today to talk about the men's recruiting class he just brought in this past weekend. 5 guys as of right now, 4 of them guards. Was there a particular reason you brought in a guard-heavy class this year?
Yeah, when you look at, well, now it's going to be the Mountain East Conference, and even though it's basically the same as the West Virginia Conference, it's a guard-dominated league. You look at even all the way up to the high major Division I teams. The best teams have the best guards. Big men are at a premium. They're hard to come by. We've done a pretty good job in the years we've been here, but it's such a guard-dominated league that you need guys that can put the ball in the basket, and that kind of was our main focus with this recruiting class.
Okay, start with each one of the guys. I want you to kind of break down their game. Ollie Barnes, a 6-foot guard from Westchester, just outside Cincinnati. What do you like most about Ollie?
His ability to score the ball from the point guard position. He'll play a little bit off the ball, and again, all these we'll say with these are our intentions. You don't know between now and next November what's going to take place. But, his ability to score the ball from the point guard position. We still have Mike Boyd here, who's going to be very good for us. We have Paul Bird, but he's another guy that can put the ball in from long range and can be much of a perimeter threat. And he's really good at shooting coming off ball screens. He's running a ball screen heavy offense, and he's very good at making decisions and scoring out of that. So that was the dynamic that we needed to add at the point guard spot. And, Mike's a junior, so that's another one we needed to bring a guy in that could be ready to step in 2 years, and we did that with Ali.
Why do you think he chose Concord ultimately?
I think, one, we did a good job recruiting him, Coach May and myself, creating a relationship with him, creating a relationship with Coach Van Winkle, his head coach. And, excuse me, a big part of, I think, him coming here was his relationship with Westchester. If you look, that's the hometown of Mike Boyd. So I think his family relationship with Mike and Mike's father and brother, I think, had a lot to do with Ali deciding to attend Concord University.
Okay, the next guy I want to talk about, B.J. Hamlin, a 6'2" guard, already with a year of prep school under his belt, coming to Concord. What do you like most about his game?
He's just a guy that can shoot from about, he's one of those guys you hear that his range starts when you get in the gym. We lost Corey Willard from our first year, and this past year we didn't necessarily have a guy that could just catch and shoot the basketball. And BJ can do that. He can do that from deep. He can do that with a very quick release. And he knows that's what he's brought in here to do. I think he has a pretty good, well-rounded game. That's what we'll develop and continue to work on. But the main aspect of his game that we wanted was his shooting ability.
Aaron Miller, guy from Northern Virginia, another 6'2" guard. What do you like most about him?
He puts that orange thing through that orange circle. So you look at what he's done. He was Northern Virginia Daily Player of the Year, averaged about 20 a game. He's a big, strong guard that has a lot of aspects to his game, but his pull-up jumper is really, really good from what we saw in our recruiting. He's a kid that wanted to be here, and a lot of guys that helped with him. Brian Atkins, a former All-American, was part of his high school coaching staff, who he came highly recommended for Brian. And his ability to put the ball in the basket, that's kind of the theme of all these guys we'll talk about, is they can all put the ball through the hoop.
Okay, the last 2 guys, a pair of JUCO transfers. The first guy, A.J. Williams from Westfield Community College. What do you like most about him with only 2 years left?
He's long, man. He's 6'6". He has all the guard skills you want. He's a really good athlete. I mean, you look at what we're losing off this year's team with Damian leaving and Gentry and Eric Bailey. The biggest piece I think we had to replace is Damian's scoring, and we anticipate AJ being able to do that. Because of his length, I think in this conference, he's going to be a matchup problem. He's unbelievably fast, good ball skills, can shoot it, can finish at the rim. But with that frame, we're going to have to put him in a lot of different situations. I think he can be a real matchup nightmare for teams in the conference.
Okay, and the final guy, people might be familiar with him, Anthony Banks, has been here for this spring semester from Monroe Community College in New York. What has he already learned about the system, and what does he bring to the team next year?
AD showed up in January and just kind of got thrown into the fire. We had already been practicing for, 4 months, and talking to previous coaches, and he proved right. He's a quick learner. I mean, he picked up on what we were wanting to do very quickly. He asked questions. He understood the situation he was being put in, and he did a good job fitting in with the team. And what he's going to bring is from a forward position. He's another guy. You're going to have to guard him from everywhere. I mean, he can shoot from perimeter. He can drive it very well. He's very athletic. I mean, he's the typical forward in the West Virginia Conference, or should I say the Mountain East Conference now. But and the scary part about him is since he's been here, he's gotten a lot better. I mean, he's put in time in the gym. He's put in sweat equity is what we tell him. And I think he's going to be a big addition to the program for the next 2 years. And just like you go back with AJ, when you bring in 2 year college transfers, they need, in my view, they need to be guys that can play right away. And I don't think there's any doubt those two guys will be able to contribute in a big way when they step on campus.
Okay, what's your ultimate expectations for this class? Maybe not next year, but even 2 or 3 years down the road.
You know, you look at what we're going to have next year, and as of right now, we'll have no seniors. We'll be able to return. We'll have a good core of guys for 2 straight years. And we've already started talking to them about that next year's team with the talent we've brought in, with the depth we've brought in. We just need to make sure they understand that it's we, not me, and that we have one common goal in mind. And us as coaches don't care how we get there and who gets the accolades. But, you know, these guys are set on winning a championship. We sat down about 2 weeks ago and said, what's our vision for this team? And unanimously they said win a championship, whether it be a West Virginia Conference championship or a MEC Conference championship, a tournament championship, the regional championship. They won a championship. And our biggest goal is to have these guys understand that, you know, let's put all egos aside, let's put all personal accolades aside, and let's just go win the basketball games. And so far, we've had no issues, and these guys understand what it takes, and they're doing a really good job right now.
All right, Coach, thanks for coming by today. As always, you can get complete coverage of Concord Athletics at our website, cumountainlions.com. For the head men's basketball coach, Kent McBride, I am Wes McKinney, and this has been the Coach's Corner.